We're finally back.
After a long hiatus.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, on the last video that we did, with all three of us, there was one person, Linda, I want to say, that had requested the bobbles pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And then what are our other viewers?
So they would like it. Yeah.
She said, "Oh, I'm sorry I missed out on it. I would have liked to have entered."
I can look it up.
So if those two people still want it because it's now no longer Christmas,
Well,
I was
you can
thinking,
get it ready for next Christmas.
I was thinking we could go ahead and just send it to the two of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me look it up and see who it was.
Yeah, Lazy Linda Stitcher.
Okay. Lazy
And-
Linda Crocheter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. And Hilda Johnson.
Okay, so Lazy Linda Crocheter and Hildy Johnson, we will gladly send those to you.
Yeah, if you can just send us your information. Hildy, I probably have your address because you had won a giveaway I did on my channel before. So I probably still have it, but go ahead and send it to us anyway. And Lazy Linda Stitcher, if you guys would still want those bobble patterns for Christmas patterns from December, go ahead and send your information in to me, and we'll send them to you. Because our whole plan got upended.
Yeah,
So.
everything. For those of you who are new, welcome. We had a long hiatus because we all got COVID and our mother passed away in December. So it's been a rough month, but we decided to honor her and her
We're crafty
love
because of her.
yeah, her love of crafts and her encouragement. We decided to keep going, even though it's a little more hard now. But so we're doing this in her honor and to keep working with your hands, which is what Mom always said.
Yeah.
Work with your
Oh,
hands.
The,
Yeah.
the
yeah.
first picture of mine, the first painting of mine that my mother framed and put on the wall, I did it when I was 3. And that's an incredible encouragement
Mhm.
to a young person that what you're creating with your hands is valued.
Yeah,
So-
and she always had. Jen, like everything I knit, I would show her, and she would be so happy. And her mother was the one who really crocheted a lot, and so anyway, so we decided to come back and continue our little endeavor and our videos. So I don't have anything in front of me, so I'll get my stuff out. Okay.
All right.
Are we back? We're back. We just took a small break to get some stuff, but Eve has a pattern she wants to show you as soon as she talks to Instacart.
Sorry, I'm taking care of an Instacart at the same time, and I didn't want to wait too late because I actually want to eat today. But I had started working on something, for the rest of December, a couple of things actually. And this is one of the things. And I'm not going to bring it up real close because it's going to be different.
Made a few changes.
I made some changes to the
Which hasn't
clothing.
printed
And
her off yet.
no, I didn't because I don't know why. Because not. And so, and you can't see in this. Sorry, you can't see at all. But there's snow coming down, and they're sitting on snow. But
But they're gonna have buttons and.
they're going to have buttons and different things on their clothes. There's just some differences, maybe color differences. I don't remember. I changed some stuff. I don't remember what I changed. But I closed the computer and put it somewhere, and out of sight, out of mind. And so I haven't been working on it or printing it. So that's gonna be done pretty soon, now that, you know, January is mostly over.
Hey, it'll be winter next year.
Mm.
Not
No,
here.
that- no,
but-
that-
Not here, not
No,
here.
that, but some people still have snow.
You know, this year, December was probably the coldest month that we got, and it was still warm.
Yeah.
It was so,
It got,
Unlike
I got
winter.
down into like the 40s at night, but, you know,
during the day, t-shirt weather.
yeah.
Yeah. It's sad. I have all these knit things I made and
Mm-hmm.
couldn't wear them.
Mhm.
So.
That's one thing I miss about living in Little Rock is that, you know, you had an actual
Actual
winter.
winter.
Yeah.
I don't miss actual winter. What are you working on, Neil?
Me? Well, I'm still doing my Christmas presents. So this is yarn that I spun up myself about a year ago. I guess I've been spinning for a year. I saw a Facebook memory of when I got my first wheel, which was, my spinning wheel, which was about a year ago. Anyway, this is the lighter, I don't know if you can see, the lighter color is like a blend of alpaca and wool. It's the mill ends up at Ranch of the Oaks, where they have a mill, and it's called Mystery Mix. And so they have alpacas and they have sheep, and they also get wool from other farms. So this is sort of their mill ends, and they put it together. So it's mostly alpaca, but it's real nice, and the wool gives it a sturdiness. And then the dark ply is 100% alpaca from New Mexico that I picked up when I was in Albuquerque a couple of years ago, or last year. I don't know, 2019. So no, I've been spinning for 2 years. Sorry. Anyway, because I forgot 2020. I just forgot it completely.
Let's forget
Yeah.
2020.
And so
2020
I
was a horrible
started
year.
a hat for my brother. I hope it'll fit.
It's got a big
I'm
head.
just making it up. I was making it up. But anyway, it's just a simple rib. It's going to be rib all the way up, and so hopefully he keeps telling me how cold it is in New Mexico. So I'm gonna finish that. And
Yeah,
send
I
it to
saw
him.
something about
And then
wintry
I have.
weather or whatever.
I already gave Eve hers, which I don't know where it is, but I made washcloths. They're supposed to go in stockings, and so this is Beth's. She hasn't seen it yet.
Elephant.
It's got an elephant on it.
Mine's in my
cotton.
room.
I'm
Mine-
wearing this T-shirt that her sister-in-law gave me, and it says, "Just a girl who loves
Elephant.
elephants." That
So
says
she-
elephants down
Yeah,
here.
so I think you can see the pattern on there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
still
you
have to
can.
weave in the ends, but
Mm-hmm.
mine has a
wash your face.
flamingo.
And then so that's hers has a flamingo in sort of
A teal color. 'cause I
Miami
love teal.
Vice blue, as I call it. Here's the color. That's the color I made hers. And then I have another one to make for my sister-in-law Rachel, in this pretty limey green. That will be, of course, an owl. So that's what I have here. And I didn't know this, but I've heard that I guess there's this thing in the knitting world, I guess, called Finish It February,
Mm-hmm.
where you take out all your whips
Mm-hmm.
and you organize what you're gonna do. So I'm like, oh, I need that so bad. So I'm planning to do my poor son's sweater and finish that, and I have some socks
I
to
didn't know.
finish.
I was wondering what that was.
And and I have for not finish it February, for start something new because you need another whip for no reason. For Christmas, Eve got me this skein.
You can't see how
It's
pretty
like
it is from there.
it's like a speckled.
It's got
called,
Yeah, you can
teals
kinda
and pink. Teals
It's called
and
Blue
pinks and-
Vapor. Yeah, it's got teals and speckles and everything. So she got me that. So I went back and got the same yarn in a gray, this fuchsia, and a navy. So I'm gonna do something with those. Probably a shawl. I'm still researching patterns of what to do. So that's gonna be my, I don't know, project sometime in the spring. And then eventually, and I wanted to bring this because last time I made a little filler video of me just spinning and talking about my mom, right, our mom. And I had said I was going to spin up some yarn while she was in the hospital. I was very hopeful that she would come home, and I would spin it and make yarn for her and make something. And then I couldn't, when she passed away, I couldn't even look at it. But then my sister-in-law, Rachel, very wisely said, when I told her I can't knit, I can't spin, I can't do anything, she said, your mom would want that for you. And she's right. So I finished that 4 ounces of fiber. This is just the single, it's very thin. I'm going to chain ply it so you can see the single ply is very, very small. It's very skinny. So I'm going to chain ply it into a 3-ply. So it'd be like a fingering weight, I hope. And so I have that, and then I had another set of the fiber, just like it, same colorway, the Monet. So I have about a third of this 4 ounces spun up at home. I got 2/3 of it here. So with those 2 skeins, I'm gonna make some for myself. I don't know, but I just wanted to follow up on that I did continue to spin. I started back, I guess, maybe, well, then I was really sick over Christmas, New Year's, so it was sometime after
Yeah,
that.
we got pretty worried about her.
Yeah, and so this will become, I don't know, we'll stay tuned, and I will show you what I'm going to make with this. I'll probably just make it'll be, since it's chain plied, it'll have very varying colors rather than like barber pulled colors. So I'm hoping it'll be like an actual variegated yarn where it's purple and green and blue like that. But we'll see how it comes out. So that's what I have in my bag of tricks.
I am, even are preparing, I haven't even talked to Naomi about it because I know she won't do it. But even we are, of the 3 of us that all participated in the Witchy Stitchy in October, the embroidery, I can't ever say it, embroidery.com had a challenge.
Participated is a loose term as far as I'm concerned,
but you were supposed to participate every day. You had up to four missed days were allowed, but to post before and after pictures and so if you met the requirements, and I think there were like some other little challenges to do or whatever, or questions to answer or whatever along with it. But anyway, so you got a little needle minder. So anyway, she's doing
Did you
I
get
love,
a needle minder?
huh?
Did you get the needle minder?
Yes,
Yes.
but I didn't bring it.
Yes.
It's
Mine's on a different project than what I
Somewhere
have
else.
over here.
Well, that's boring.
yeah, I didn't
I
bring
showed
it.
it on my video.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I haven't.
I'm
I
a
haven't.
watcher.
I don't think I have it yet for my update. I have it
She
here.
didn't do
but
an
I don't
update
know.
last week.
Yeah, I didn't do an update on Saturday, but I'm going to do
We were
one.
doing something on Saturday, and then Sunday was really long.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're getting ready to stitch to participate in the I Love to Stitch for February. So, and I have some projects that I am planning to work on, some new starts. I didn't, it's sitting over there, I didn't bring it here to the table. But this peacock kit, and it's all like blues and purples, this peacock. And the kit is like, comes with white Aida, of course. And so I'm thinking of dyeing it one of the purple shades, because it's the purple colors in the peacock are all contained in the middle of all these blues and everything. So if I can, I want it purple, but like kind of a light purple. So I'm gonna see if that'll work out, and so I can stitch the peacock on that, to color the fabric so it won't be white, because it's kind of boring. But in the meantime, I'm doing a couple things. I had planned on, and I didn't bring, I don't have the picture with me.
Doesn't matter.
But I was working on this tribal owl for Rachel for Christmas. I had started back in July. I had all my I did a like Christmas in July thing, so I got started on all my Christmas projects, and I finished all but two. Well, the tribal owl, I switched to the Cecilia Turner's Autumn Owl etching that was in the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. She did four seasonal smalls, kind of. There was one in the spring, and I can't remember what it was called, but it's a bunny, and and I still have it. I still want to do it. And then I did the summer catch etching for my father for Christmas, and so for Rachel, I switched to, because I realized I'm not going to finish this tribal owl thing. It's big and it's a lot of stitching, and I wasn't going to finish it in time for Christmas. So I switched to the autumn owl etching, and I finished it.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
And so I thought, well, I'll switch to that. I'll switch to that one, and I'll do the tribal owl for her birthday, which is the 29th of January. And
All of a sudden, it's January.
yeah, I realized, so like around the 17th or 18th, I realized, oh no. And so I thought, well, I've got 10 days. I can, make some good progress on it. But so that's what I'm working on today. And I had done up to about here when I stopped. So all of this I've done in the last couple of days. All of this, well, no, I should say, I think I was down to there. I don't have the picture.
Oh, you don't have the picture?
That's what she said.
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Oh, I was gonna say, she can show it when she does her update, if you do an update.
Yeah, I am.
I think the weight got away from us this last week.
You can see it, but because it's kind of a small picture. But so I had done like sort of the upper third of the body, like here.
I see it. I missed it. Oh.
It's a small picture. But anyway, I'm working on this middle section of the owl's body.
You know what we need? We need a selfie stick so that we can.
But so I had about a third of it done or so. And so I've
It's
done.
such a small picture. It's such a big.
Yeah,
big
it's a
pattern.
big, yeah. I've done like this
I like it. It's cool.
this whole middle section here, and I'm using a DMC. I think it's called Color. Oh crud, DMC. Oh well, I don't know, but anyway, it's Color Variations. That's what it's called, I think. Anyway, so they have some variegated colors, and that's what I'm using to, because the colors that are called for are all, just regular DMC colors, but gives it a little more interest. So, and then I have a darker color for the outside of the owl, and there's, I think on the owl's perching on a limb, and I think that's another color, a different color. Anyway, so I'm working on this, and I probably will not finish it by the 29th, but I will almost finish it. And then I have two other things that I probably will work on in February. I have a couple, I just saw today Kelly Stodola, who makes Bitsy Bobs, among other things. But she also, does some design work, I guess, and that I wasn't aware of that. But she had I don't know if it's her website or a blog or whatever, but she had 2 little freebies that she had released just recently. One is called Sending Love, and it's a little bunny and little hearts, and coming off of the bunny. And the other one is called Receiving Love, and it's another bunny, and he's getting the little hearts. So they're very cute. So I was thinking about printing them off, but I didn't do. I saw it today. And then my brother-in-law sent. He downloaded these characters from The Mandalorian, and I don't think I'll do all of them, but I'll do. There's a couple in here that I think that I want to do. Baby Yoda,
Child,
of course,
yeah.
and I think
Grogu.
this guy, whatever his name is,
Quill.
yeah. But
No, what is it?
I have spoken.
Is that what it says?
Mhm.
Yeah. And so anyway, so there's characters from the Mandalorian.
He's like, if I buy this for you, will you make it for me? Maybe.
Probably not.
Probably not.
And then this I did for my mother. I don't know if you can see it.
Here, I'll take it up.
You can put it behind me.
Or you know what? I'll just add a still. in the
Oh,
middle,
okay.
So you can talk about it.
So it's this is a little, I don't know, sampler, I guess you would call it. But it says, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted," which is from the Beatitudes, Matthew 5, verse 4. And then on this side, I have my mother's name and 1931 to 2020. 2020. And then there's a little willow in the middle and a little patch of grass.
Did you create that?
Yeah.
Did you make that?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So it's not very elaborate, and it's not very, fancy, whatever, but I like that.
It's beautiful.
And yeah, so.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Beth, Merry Christmas. There's your washcloth.
Thank you. Yay.
Go wash your face.
And it matches my t-shirt.
So I, after everything happened, I struggled to sew. I kept buying fabric, and I'm like, I have to sew this. So I took the favorite one that I, for like spring, and I made the bag.
You have,
It's
like-
Eiffel Towers, Paris. It says
Here,
Paris.
move it a little bit so that it's not so
It's so glaring.
glary in the light here. Oh,
It's sparkly, pink and
sparkly.
yeah. And
That was one craft that our mother did.
yeah,
Was sewing.
yeah.
She made all kinds of stuff.
She taught me how to sew. I used to sew for her when she was really little. So
One of the things the first memory of one of the first project that we ever did was when we were very young, before Naomi was born. Eve and I had these little. My mom bought it was like a little plaid piece of. It was material that I think the elastic already came on it, and so you just cut the width and sewed just a simple seam, so from the elastic and down along it, and we
The skirt.
she-
or-
yeah,
it was a skirt, and you just hemmed it, and it was
Yeah.
done.
and so my mom my mom had us sew the little seam
Uh-huh.
to make the skirt.
Anyway,
That's cute.
so
I know.
I went to. I've made a lot of these, and usually I don't have to think about it now, And I looked at it, and I was like, "What do I do first?" And so and then I go to put on the handles. I mean the zipper, and I remembered that I needed handles, which was nice, But I forgot to put the backing on, the lining on at the same time. I was like, so I got the lining, you know, and went to put it on. I got about halfway across, and I looked at it, and I was like, it's on the wrong side.
Is that COVID brain? Or?
Yeah, where it's just, you know, where you have to just go, what am I doing wrong? And I don't know if any of you have heard, but it kind of messes with your mind.
Yeah.
You can't think.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of people say that.
And
Hannah asked me, well, my daughter was able to come home for a week in mid-January. She just left 2 days ago. And she was able to come home, but at one point she said, Mom, this is a weird question, but are you having trouble with your memory? And I was like, maybe.
yeah,
I think it was, at least for me, it was maybe a little bit of this sort of COVID brain like they talk about, and also a great deal of grief and distractedness and just
yeah.
yeah.
But you know, when I first started trying to go back to
Sewing?
when I first started to go back and do some cross stitch, which item? I don't know. Sorry, I'm distracted here. Went back to try to do the cross stitch. I looked at it and I was like, those holes are too small. What's going on here? And I had to, you know, keep putting it off. Because I wanted to just sit and do something, you know, like cross stitch or something, so that I could just, you know, heal myself, and I just couldn't.
There's, when I was, the last update I had done was on the 5th, and about by a week later I was really sick, and I thought, well, you know, here I am in bed, I can just stitch, and I was so tired and, you know, fatigued from you know, being sick and everything else, that I just like didn't do anything. And because I remember on the 12th I was going to do an update, and I thought, A, I haven't stitched, and B, I just do not feel like it.
Yeah, and C, Mom just gone into the hospital.
Yeah, and so, and then I did do an update on this past, not a week ago, Saturday, so the Monday before that. And then I was going to do one on Saturday, but like I said, we were doing something, and I was starting to say that the only other project that I was doing, I didn't finish the wolf that I was going to do,
for Tim.
that I was going to give to my brother. And so on it though, in the last, you know, since I started stitching again, I've almost finished it. I have 4 colors left, and it's just the little trees on either side of the wolf. But it's just, you know, but then I thought, oh well, because I think if I went ahead and got him something else for Christmas, because I knew I wasn't going to finish the wolf. And so I thought, well, I can give it to him for his birthday, which is in the end of May.
That's what we did on Saturday. We had Christmas on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we went
that's
to
right.
Rachel's. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And but so
We
so
slept
I
since then.
so I thought, well, you know, I have until the end of May. I can finish this easily before that. And then I realized that, oh yeah, Rachel's birthday was the 29th, is the 29th. So I don't know how that's gonna go. So I'm working frantically on this.
So if you're watching, Rachel,
Now for February, I downloaded a free pattern. I believe it was from Fat Quarter Shop. Yeah, of some candy hearts. I think it's 5 different colors. It's cute, small little freebie pattern of candy hearts. Uses DMC floss, and I love candy hearts. I don't eat them anymore because, you know, but they don't make them the way they used to.
I like the chalky ones. The ones
Yeah.
by Necco were the best.
Yeah, those.
Brock's are not as
Yeah,
good.
then, no,
my
those are just hard and crunchy, and you can't really read them. Anyway, I thought I'd do at least one, if not more. I was gonna start on that, but I was distracted by my dog here. Working on this Scotty dog. This is also a freebie pattern. It's on Tiny Modernist.
Hang on.
If you hear talking, that's my dad talking to the dog.
We had
So I've been working on this Scotty dog. I started it not very long ago.
Mm-hmm.
I started it this month, but I just, you know, it's one color, so I'm not, well, the collar and the little hearts are red, but it's one color basically, so I can just, you know, sit there and just go and go and go.
Yeah.
And the hardest part on this pattern is this, what is that called, that pattern? Flag?
Herringbone.
Herringbone?
Houndstooth.
Yeah,
Houndstooth.
yeah, and
Houndstooth.
Houndstooth.
is counting, you know, it's the same again and again and again, but you still have to count it to make sure you're on the right row. And I've pulled out many a row.
Yeah.
But it's so cute, and it looks kind of like my dog. So I thought briefly about making it more like my dog's color, but my dog isn't a Scotty. You know, she's a
Just some
terrier,
kind of funny little
some
terrier.
kind of terrier mix. And when people say, "Oh, what kind of dog you have?" and I said, "Brown," because not even the vets can guess. They're like, "Well, she could be this, she could be that."
Mostly she looks like a sausage.
Yeah.
But she's not a wiener dog.
No, she's not a wiener dog. She's
But
very-
she has a shape like the legs of a wiener dog. Like long and short.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's some kind of terrier, something or other.
yeah.
Some kind
Right.
of terrier mutt.
Kind of a goofy dog. She's cute, but goofy. What did I do?
I don't know.
Oh, I have something else to show. So I was at Jonan's the other day, yesterday, and I came across these, and I couldn't resist them. Let's see.
What are they?
It says Santa's little sweater. It's a tiny sweater with a tiny hanger that you knit. It's all knit, just the red and then this white and the black, but this white here is like a duplicate stitch on top, so it's not like color work, which is good. And then there's this one with a Christmas tree, and this one with a
That's cute.
snowman.
That's cute.
Look. So I was like, hey, that sounds like fun, even though it's not Christmas and they're on sale or whatever. So I started this, and I have started this 3 times because, and I finally unwound it again because it has you increasing on every single row, which for this beginning little neck here, and it's so difficult because the stitches are so tight that making an increase on the very next row, it kind of rotates it around. It just, it's awful because usually when you have increases in knitting, you have a row of just knitting in between the increases so it doesn't increase too fast. Well, this is such a tiny thing. So anyway, I did it twice and didn't like it, so I'm going to try it a 3rd time. But, so there you go. It was fun. Something fun to distract myself with.
And I'll show it on my video, my update better. But my sister and I, well, all of us actually, got gift cards to Walmart for Christmas, and Beth bought a TV, not with Christmas, not with her Walmart gift card, but and I bought I was over there going, I don't need any more fabric. I don't. But I ended up buying some
Obviously, you did.
because I have some kind of weird addiction. And I got Harry Potter. You won't be able to see it here, it's too tiny. And this is the Deathly Hallows symbol.
Ooh.
And this is a black Star Wars and a white Star Wars. And I'll show you.
I bought some of those fabric. It was like a whole yard.
Yeah, it's a yard.
I like those. I bought some for mask making because I have to make more masks for my son to go back to Tucson with.
And
And
thought,
I like those. I thought that's a pretty good deal for a yard of fabric.
well, especially if you're using, licensed stuff,
Yeah.
I just thought, well, that's nice.
On Sunday.
On
what?
Sunday, we went to, for an outing, we went to Mount Lemon, which is, none of us had ever been there before. We drove down to Tucson, and, when we were driving up to Mount Lemon, we were thinking, it was, typical Arizona sort of desert area, and, with all the cactus and stuff that you would expect. But then as we went,
None of us. I had seen pictures because I've always researched campgrounds around Arizona, and I have a book that's every campground in Arizona. And I had seen pictures of campgrounds on Mount Lemon, completely pine forest and everything. And you're like, okay, I guess I believe you. But as you're driving up, like in the foothills, you're like, well,
Yeah.
maybe.
yeah,
and
and
then-
there's lots of cactus, and then as we went higher, there were these what they call hoodoos, just basically towers of rocks,
Incredible.
and really cool
One
looking.
looked just like a castle
And we didn't get any photos because we were.
because you're doing
Yeah,
this.
you're driving up, and you
You
can't
would
really
have to go-
stop.
And, we were in my van, so the windows they're not helpful.
But it was
So-
but it was really beautiful.
And so, but as we went further and further up, and eventually you get up to the top, and there's pine trees, and just,
I was telling a friend, it's like every ecosystem in Arizona is on that hour-long drive as you go
mhm.
from Tucson up the mountain, and it was over 9,000 feet.
It was-
I
And
read.
there was
Over
a
8,000
quaint little
for
town.
sure.
I read about
That
it.
little
I said,
town.
Oh,
yeah, this
oh my
weird
goodness,
little
it's
town.
such a beautiful
Summer
little town.
Haven is up there at 9,000 feet.
yeah.
I was reading how high is it?
Yeah,
It's,
because I saw a sign for 8,000 feet elevation. But I didn't see another one. I just I just noted
so
that.
at least
So we continued up. So I figured it was
Yeah.
higher than that. Yeah.
so it was really high
And so-
beautiful and cold. It
Yeah,
was so
so-
cold. We
so
loved it. It was so
we
nice.
we stopped at this one little. It was just like a picnic ground on the side of the road, and there was
a drop.
sheer drop off of it. Had a great view, but it was very yeah.
Kind of spooky. We thought
But
the
it
dog
was-
was gonna pull us down.
But so we ate lunch there, but it was so cold.
But I was so
cold.
glad. I'm like,
Yeah.
finally, some winter.
But I could have used a winter, actual winter
I
coat.
told you guys it was gonna be cold up there.
Well,
Well, cold for us. So it was
Yeah.
in the 50s,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is pretty cold.
I wasn't that cold.
It was kind of windy.
I wore socks.
And
But, yeah.
that was her big winter. Her big winter outfit was just actually putting on socks.
Well, it's funny.
I only wear socks
I
in the winter.
stuck my I wore a kind of a thickish t-shirt kind of thing, as I recall. And
You feel
Did I have long
stupid
sleeves?
putting on a coat in 70-degree weather. So you can't really believe that it's really gonna, but it dropped 20 degrees.
Mhm.
We got up the
Well,
the
and
mountain.
I had taken my little what do you call it, hoodie, and in the car, and so I put it on when we were eating lunch and everything, and I was freezing, and I had stuck my hands in my pockets. I'm like, oh, there's gloves in here, because when I lived in Little Rock, like every coat I had gloves in it, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was like, oh, there's gloves.
I was just glad because I made that pretty cowl. I think I showed it in one of the videos.
Mhm.
I got to wear it, so it's nice. I just want to wear my knitwear. That's why I make shawls, because that's the Arizona version of a sweater. So
Yeah, if you buy winter clothes here, they just kind of,
Languish.
yeah. Unless
Well, but
unless
we-
you have occasion to go out of town a lot.
But you know, we do have winter that's, you know, you can get down to freezing and be out in a night,
Yeah.
you know, and need
Yeah,
a
yeah,
coat.
no, it
But
gets
the other
cold, but-
problem with 2020 in December and January is that we've not gone anywhere.
Yeah, and yeah. Well, and this year has been very dry.
It's been very mild. too.
You know, usually in the last couple of years,
November you
the
get a lot of rain.
monsoon season,
It was nothing.
We had no
Yeah.
dust storms last year.
yeah.
We
And
got these horrible dust storms. We didn't have any of those.
well, there
we
was
had a
there
little
was
tiny
there
one.
was there was one, and it rained a little bit one day, but not like, you know, the year before, or maybe when, anyway, I think when we had first moved here or something, you know, it rained a lot. And I remember
the back porch was
our
flooded.
backyard, you know, the backyard is mostly decking because we have a pool. You know, there's a little bit of ground around the outside of the pool, but mostly the backyard is decking, and so there's little drainage holes or whatever. But it rained and rained and rained, and there was like, you know, an inch, 2 inches of water back, and we were like, is it gonna come in the door? Is it gonna? But fortunately, you know, like, we're raised up.
But this winter is
Yeah.
enough. Right, we're back. We had a little jump to get the groceries.
Yeah.
And looking for a needle I dropped.
We'll find it in someone's
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah.
Foot.
We found it the hard way.
Or my dog with it hanging out like a cigarette.
There was one lady that posted that she had lost a needle, and she looked all over, everywhere, couldn't find it. And then she said when she was like, I think she was taking a shower or something, and she found it in one of her lady parts. She I guess didn't feel it or whatever, but it was like stuck in her.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Well, so every time somebody loses a needle, I kind of freak out because our cousin Judy used to work with a guy, I remember, and he was her boss at the time, and he stepped on a needle that was stuck in a carpet, and it went into his foot and went
Ugh.
all the way in because it was a
Ugh.
needle, and he had to have major foot surgery to get it out. So I'm like always like,
They thought I was gonna have to have surgery to get that wire out of my foot.
Yeah.
I stabbed my back of my ankle with a piece of wire, doing crafts.
Was it like a floral wire or something? Like
Yeah.
Yeah, it was floral wire, and I was sitting on the ground, and it was shag carpet. This was a long time ago, and it was in my apartment, and
And when you used to live in Florida.
in Florida, and I couldn't find it. And you know, when you drop something, you go like this, and maybe you'll scoot back a little bit to see if you see it. Well, I did that, and when my foot went backward, the wire caught
You
in
found
the
it.
the wire caught in the carpet, so it was tilted up. And then when I put my foot back, it pushed it in, and I heard a popping sound.
Mm.
It didn't hurt. I just heard this popping sound. I went, "Mm." I looked down, and there was just this much hanging out of the back of my ankle. Now, high up on my ankle, not on my foot.
That's gross.
And the I was like, well, that's really bad, because the piece of wire I dropped was like this long,
Yeah.
and only this much is sticking out. And I tried to get up. I tried to pull it out first, and I went, bad idea. And then I tried. I'm doing it wrong again. No, I'm not. Just saying. No. Then I tried to get up to go to the phone to call my friend to take me, because I knew I was going to need help taking it out, to take me to the ER. No. No standing, no hopping. I had to crawl everywhere. And I was wearing, I didn't have very much money. I was working at a craft store, for Pete's sake. And I had on my work pants. And while I was waiting for my friend to come, I crawled to my bedroom and changed my pants so I wouldn't ruin my work pants. Crawling, because I knew I was going to have to crawl to her car in the parking lot. Because, you know, you don't have a wheelchair in your house. Well, we do. But anyway, we get to the ER and my friend goes inside. She says, we're going to need a wheelchair out here. And some orderly guy, or maybe he was a resident, I don't know. He was dumb. He brings out the wheelchair to the car, and I open the door, and he saw it. He goes, "Oh, that doesn't look that bad," and he went to try to pull it out. Like, after I screamed, I said, "You idiot! Don't you think I tried that at home?" you know. And, they thought I was going to have surgery, and they're like, well, you know, the x-rays don't really tell us. It could be all the way into the bone, and if it's in the bone, you need surgery. But if it's not in the bone, we can just pull it out. And she said, you know, and it's going to hurt a lot because we have to, you know, numb the area with some shots, and those are going to hurt. And I said, no, you're not. I said, it already hurts. I'm not going to have you stab it a few more times to make it not hurt. If you pull the wire out, it'll stop hurting, right? So I said, just pull it out. With one swift movement, you know, I figured it would hurt less than getting stabbed a whole bunch of times with painkillers. And so that's what they did. It popped right out. It wasn't in the bone, but what an adventure. And the funny thing is, when the doctor saw where it was, they went, how did you do that? Because most people have it in the bottom of their foot, or, you know, low on their foot. I'm like, trust me, it was easy. It happened very quickly.
Well, the other
Moral of
day,
the story is don't do wire crafts on carpet.
On shag carpet especially.
the other day, it was so weird. I pulled I think I was at the end of a piece of thread or something, close to the end, and so I was, you know, kind of trying to maneuver the needle, and I accidentally pulled the needle off the thread, and I saw it, like, I was, you know, lying on my bed, and I saw the needle fall down here, you know, fall past me. And so I thought, well, it's like right under my body somewhere, right? And I looked, and it wasn't there, and I felt all underneath my body, and I thought, well, okay, if I get up, it'll be on the bed somewhere or on the floor, or whatever, you know. And I got up, and I couldn't find it, and couldn't find it, and couldn't find it. And I thought, well, is it in my blanket, or did I? But I thought, I saw it fall, you know, down, and it was like right there. I saw it, and and it just like poof disappeared, and I'm like, I don't understand. And then the other day, yesterday I guess it was, I was changing my sheets, which is an ordeal because my bed is up against the wall, and anyway, and so I was, you know, taking stuff off my bed, and there was the needle, and I'm like, I really hope that's the same needle that I lost the other day, because
You been sleeping with it?
yeah, well, no, it was off to one side. I'm like, I don't know how it got over there. It may have been on my
On your shirt.
on my blanket or something, and I don't know, somehow moved it over there. I don't know, but I'm just glad I found it. But yeah, and I didn't find it the hard way. You know, I was like, well, I'll find that needle one way or the other. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, I don't know, sweep or something, see if I can find
Get
it.
a magnet.
Because Yeah, because, I mean, if it fell on my clothes, I got up and I was putting away groceries and going outside and inside and all that, but I think it's here, right where I'm sitting.
Mhm.
You know, because there is a little bit of weight to them and they tend to just drop right down. And you think you can't find them and you look all over, and if they go anywhere, it's because they rolled there, not because you carried it with you, usually, not always. And I speak from experience because I drop needles with alarming regularity.
At
Less
least knitting
since I
needles
started.
won't stab you very badly. I did get stabbed by a knitting needle once. I had double pointed needles, little skinny metal ones, I guess like sock size, and I had them in a quilted bag that somebody had given me, and they were in a pocket. And I leaned up against something. It was on my, I had a bag hanging on my shoulder. And somehow I leaned up against something, and I guess the needle was at such an angle and a small enough size that it hit right where the quilting on the bag crossed like this, and it went right through that hole into my back and stabbed me. I was like, are you kidding me?
And here her sisters laugh.
Yes. Yes, well.
There's some commercial, I think, where this woman like takes a knitting needle and stabs it into a tire, a guy's tire or something. I can't remember what it's for or what it's about, but yeah.
I always like to try my hats on. It's getting there. There we go.
Oh, I was gonna say, you know, we had a sad task today. The three of us were going through the bathroom, cleaning up, you know, some of my mother's things.
Because my dad is sad.
Yeah, and so among the things that she had, my mom had this little dish, little porcelain dish. It's really cute. It has birds and bees and bug things on it. But she had some little colored rocks on them. And I think I'm going to take it. There's 2 or 3 that are of a good shape that I think I'm just going to make little needle minders for myself out of them, and then just, you know,
That would be sweet.
keep them, yeah. So, yeah, that's very nice.
I was going through my mother's, to say papers would be a wrong word.
Understatement.
Some of her papers are papers and things that we need, you know. But she, you know, at Christmas, they have these popcorn tins. And they have Christmas designs on them or something. She loved those. And has many. Well, she likes tins of any kind. There's one down here that is gigantic. But,
Containers.
yeah, so I was going through them to see what's in them, and all of them have something that, you know, oh, look, we could use that. And a lot of stuff that you go, what is this for? And then my mother, every time the March of Dimes or somebody like that sent her, you know, the free greeting cards to get her to try to, what is it they do? They send them to buy more greeting cards? Or
No, they
or
just,
to send money?
yeah, to make a donation, they'll send you a little, you know, like, that's how I have like 40,000 return address labels, you know.
Well,
because
yeah,
they're
she
saying-
had the return address
Yeah.
labels too, but
but yeah,
a whole bunch of Christmas cards, a
I
whole
have a
bunch of
bunch of-
birthday cards, you know, blank, you know, with the envelopes and everything, and I'm like, you could never use all of these, but my mother
Yeah.
could have actually, you know, she sent a lot of cards, she wrote a lot, and, so, you know, for her, keeping all those cards was probably a good money saver, because she did write a lot. She remembered everybody's birthday, she always wrote it in her calendar, so that she wouldn't forget, and sent cards to everybody for everything. She was always asking me to go get her some more all occasion cards. But it was, I still haven't gone through all the cans. I've done, and containers.
Yeah.
I've done some, but there's still more to go. Yeah, but after a while, I was just like, I can't do this anymore.
You know, it's hard, and my
Yeah.
dad is so
Mhm.
sad.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. But,
some things you find, you know,
so,
just bring you to tears.
yeah.
Yeah, so.
Oh,
Well, it's been a long day, so
Yeah.
I think we should say goodbye at this point, and
Mhm.
we'll be yeah. So email us those two people that we talked about.
Yeah, Lazy Linda Crocheter
Crocheter.
and Hildy Johnson.
If you still
If
want us
you-
to send that to you.
Yeah, if you still want the Christmas baubles that we showed, I don't have it today.
I have pictures of them, but I.
But y'all had talked about wanting to do them. So if you still want them, like I said, you know, go ahead and email, or, yeah, send your email.
They're PDFs, so I can, I'll.
Yeah,
I'm-
we'll send them to you.
Yeah, go ahead and, I'll put my email address, in the box below. But it's,
It'll, I
Yeah,
can send it
we'll
to, I
yeah.
can send it to Three Sisters, it's okay.
Yeah, we can do it.
Okay.
We'll put
I'm
our
trying to
Three
remember-
Sisters creative email in the box.
Yeah.
So you can
I
send
can't
it
remember
there.
how we did it
Yeah,
last time.
We
but
did the Three
okay.
Sisters creative email.
Yeah, because then I
Okay.
get notified of it and I know who did it and I
Mhm.
can,
So we'll do that.
Okay.
And we will hopefully be back next week.
mhm.
So thanks for tuning in. Sorry about the extra long break. We hope you have a
Well, it's, you know.
good new
Oh, yeah,
year
never mind. I thought
Right?
you meant something else.
from December to
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we hope all of you have a great new year, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.
Yes.
Bye.
Thanks, bye.